This is normally a rather exciting race, no doubt about that. This one again for Pepsi Max. Full field of 18. Big crowd on hand here at the Cranes Combined Carrick Speedway. Out of pits bend they come to the 30-metre line. Green lights are activated, good start. And the first to break formation was Jessica Staines, about 4 rows back, and the little pink charade hasn't helped her at this stage. They're safely through turns 1 and 2. And down the back straight the first time, Caleb Lincoln is the race leader by a bumper bar. Casey Garlick in second place, hit one of the tyres on the infield, went up on 2 wheels, and is able to continue. That nearly tipped over. They're 4 wide down the main straight in numerous formations as they safely get through turn. No, they don't. Oh, I put the curse on them. There's a couple of them around, a couple of charades going the wrong way. One of them would be the 34 car of Zachary Bainton. He's going the wrong direction, or pointing in the wrong direction. A few of the Rileys are in the main straight. There's a lot of them.
Yep.
Here's the restart coming up. 1 lap down and 19 to go. The green lights are back on. Caleb Lincoln leads them down past the strike. Donald Young in second place. Cooper Gregg from South Australia third. Timothy Gorski in fourth. Back in fifth place, we've got... Is it Jackson Lunt up there in fifth place as they move down out of pits bend and complete the next lap. Caleb Lincoln under pressure. Here comes Donald Young, Cooper Gregg, Gorski. Carly Walsh it is in 44, then Jackson Lunt. As Caleb Lincoln gets a bit sideways out of 2, and the charge is on. There's only 6 seconds separating the entire field, if you don't mind, in a very quickly run B main. Into the main straight they come again, and Donald Young is well and truly out after our race leader. Down into turn 1. He gives a little bit of a tap on the back end of Caleb Lincoln, who slides his way out of 2. There's 7 cars fighting for the lead here in the B main, and there's a traffic jam further back. You don't know which way to look. Donald Young again gets into the side of Caleb Lincoln, and they get out of it. Here comes Cooper Gregg on the inside. Gorski's there. Jackson Lunt, there's a 0.9 of a second, if you don't mind, between the first 7, and eventually it had to come unstuck, and there's a pile-up. The cars further back had nowhere to go. Yeah, Carly Walsh is one of those. Casey Garlick is the other. Carly Walsh is able to drive away. Casey Garlick is the charade that stopped Speedways. We have another restart in the B main. Racing. Caleb Lincoln down into turn 1. It's the race leader from Cooper Gregg. Third place is Donald Young. 2 car lengths back to Timothy Gorski, who's being hounded by Jackson Lunt. 6 car lengths back then to could be Carly Walsh, I think, the next one through. So move into the main straight. Let's have a look at it. No, it's actually Angus Hollis, then Barton, then Jessica Staines, then Jamie Burton, Joe Dickerson, Zachary Bainton is the next one through. As they move out of turn 2 and down the back straight, plenty of moves happening. Jessica Staines makes one on Barton. That's for about 7th place. So move into the main straight. Lincoln, Cooper Gregg, and the 43 of Donald Young. They're out by half a second. We've got a few cars around. The yellow lights are short. Racing once again in the B main. 5 down and still 15 long, lonely laps to go for Caleb Lincoln out in front. Cooper Gregg in second place from Donald Young in third. Timothy Gorski is in 4th position. Back to Jackson Lunt in 5th. And Angus Hollis 6th. Jessica Staines from Western Australia 7th. Then back in 8th place would be Joe Dickerson from Tasmania. Into the main straight, we've got another lap down. Caleb Lincoln under pressure from Cooper Gregg as they move down the main straight into turn number 1. 2 car lengths back to Donald Young, then Timothy Gorski. He's in the final transfer spot, and he's under pressure from Jackson Lunt and Angus Hollis, and also Jessica Staines, and Joe Dickerson pokes the nose of the 72 car underneath of Jessica Staines as they come 3 wide down the main straight for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Out in front, it's still Caleb Lincoln. He leads by 0.4 of a second. Coming up on the outside from South Australia is Cooper Gregg. Right there with him. Oh, and going straight into him is Donald Young in front of the field. It's caused a multi-car pile-up down there in Pitts Bend. Some great evasive action from several drivers, including Jackson Lunt and Jessica Staines, to miss all of that. And we've got about 4 cars involved. Troy, that Caleb Lincoln can hold on for 13 more laps. Well, trouble for Jessica Staines. She's out of noise. And the pink 94 is OUT out. The West Australian goes straight to the infield. And out in front, Caleb Lincoln leads with 12 laps to go. Here comes the charge from Cooper Gregg. Timothy Gorski with more race tape on that car than actually panels. Fourth place is Jackson Lunt. Behind them is Angus Hollis. A gap then back to Joe Dickerson in sixth place. It's the charge of the Charades from fifth back. But the Datsuns and the Corollas have the first five posses on the grid at the moment. Caleb Lincoln just in front by 0.238 of a second. Cooper Gregg has been menacing Caleb Lincoln right throughout proceedings. Here comes a charge now from Jackson Lunt. So move out at 3 and 4 into the main straight. Lunt goes to third and Angus Hollis to fourth. Gorski's gone back to fifth. So he's now not qualifying at this point in time. Back then to Joe Dickerson, Jake Warren and Zachary Bainton. Further back, Wayne Firmston, then Josh Hawkins, the next one through. Colby Lunt, Carly Walsh in close proximity with Jamie Burton. There's a big gaggle further back in the field. Courtney Meekins, Donald Young, as they move down into turn 2 again. 8.5 laps left to go. There's a traffic jam at the back half of this field. They're running 4 wide for about 14th place. Out in front, there's 2 of them locked together. Still, after 12 circulations, Caleb Lincoln and Cooper Gregg going hammer and tongs here at the Cranes Combined Carrick Speedway in the Pepsi Max Australian Junior title. Third place is Jackson Lunt. A couple of car lengths to Angus Hollis that burnt off the opposition. Joe Dickerson moves to fifth place and he's got 7 laps to try and qualify for the A main. Back then to Timothy Gorski in sixth place as they move out of turn 4 and down the main straight, the main body of the field. What a gaggle of cars at the back end. There's 7 of them fighting for positions, but up the front end, half a lap ahead, Caleb Lincoln and Cooper Gregg are still at it. And back for third and fourth, so too is Jackson Lunt and Angus Hollis. I don't know which way to look. There's a challenge for the lead again. They're 3 wide in the main straight for the back half. And out in front, Caleb Lincoln and Cooper Gregg are side by side out of Pitts Bend. Into the main straight, taking up the lead is Cooper Gregg from South Australia. One of the cars in the back half of the field retires to the infield. Out in front, it's Cooper Gregg with 5 to go. Does the quick lap of the race in 18.545, and there's still 3 wide at the back half of the field. Unbelievable racing. None of these cars are going to qualify, but what a spectacle. Into the main straight, Cooper Gregg has got 4 to run. Caleb Lincoln back to Jackson Lunt, and 4th place is Angus Hollis. Joe Dickerson running out of time to try and qualify. And what a great old battle for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th place. They're still going hammer and tongs. Out in front with 3 to go. South Australia's Cooper Gregg leads the B main from Caleb Lincoln. Jackson Lunt and Angus Hollis. I don't think Joe Dickerson will be able to catch them. And here comes the main body of the field. They're more than half a lap behind, but that's where the spectacle is for the minor end of the prize. They're still zigging and zagging. Still, one's gone upside down. A big, big rollover. It tumbled all by itself over there on turn number 2.
It just seemed to trip over its own wheels, didn't it?
Yep. And I'm trying to work out who it is. It could be, it's one of the Charades. Now, it's in that part of the field, the first 4 qualify. It's a 3-lap run to the judge. Wait for the greens. Away and racing. Cooper Gregg leads them around the cone. With 3 remaining, Caleb Lincoln in second place, Jackson Lunt third, Angus Hollis, Joe Dickerson trying to transfer to the A main. Those 5 have skipped away by a few car lengths on Jake Warren and then Zachary Bainton. Into the main straight with 2 laps remaining in the B main, and it's for Pepsi Max. And the race leader is that of car number 5, Cooper Gregg. Second place is Caleb Lincoln. Third place, Jackson Lunt. It's trying to stay in touch with the 4th place car of Angus Hollis is Joe Dickerson. The white flag comes out, 1 to go. There's 5 cars in contention. Only 4 of them can go through. And Joe Dickerson has 1 lap of the Cranes Combined Carrick Speedway to make a move. They're 3 wide for 6th, 7th and 8th. So head down the back straight the last time. The 4 cars that are going to transfer through to the A main is the winner of this. Cooper Gregg, second place, Caleb Lincoln. Lunt is third, Jackson Lunt, and back then to Angus Hollis. Joe Dickerson misses out by 1 spot Donald Young, a good drive from the rear of the field. He was in the main group, got sent to the rear, got back for 6th. Zachary Bainton 7th, Jake Warren 8th. Colby Lunt was 9th, Wayne Firmston 10th, the whole group of Victorians. Jamie Burton from Victoria 11th, Courtney Meekins from Victoria, transferred from the